There is brand new polling out on the presidential approval rating, and it's not good for President Biden. Joining us now, Harriet and CNN.
Republicans are looking ahead to the November midterms in the United States, and there are expectations the party may even regain control of the House of Representatives. At least a dozen Republicans are said to be pushing to impeach President Joe Biden should they win control of the House. This is according to an article in The Hill. Now, I spoke exclusively with Donald Trump's former chief strategist, Steve Bannon, about this, and I started by asking him about Joe Biden's claim during the Trump election that the Hunter Biden laptop was Russian disinformation. Now, of course, the New York Times, the Washington Post, CNN are all saying the laptop is legitimate. And there's even a Department of Justice investigation into allegations of tax evasion and money laundering. Steve Bannon, great to have you with us today. The New York Times, the Washington Post, all of the mainstream media outlets and big tech completely censored the Hunter Biden laptop story. They're only now starting to pursue it. Are we going to see any accountability, particularly from the tech giants, for this extraordinary censorship?
I think you are going to see accountability to the tech giants, but I think it's all going to take place, really. I mean, there is a grand jury meeting. We know there's a grand jury looking at Hunter Biden's taxes and other financial information. But, Sherry, here's what's really going to happen. After we have this sweeping victory in November, they're already talking about, and they put the question to McCarthy the other day about the impeachment of Joe Biden. Joe Biden will be impeached after we take the House in November. The second item of impeachment will be around everything regarding this hard drive or the laptop from hell, because this information shows the compromise of Biden by the Chinese Communist Party, and quite frankly, in other places too, like Ukraine. But your viewers would be stunned at the amount of detail, the corruption of the Biden crime family. He will be impeached. This will be one of the major parts of it. During and after the impeachment, I think the newspapers, the media that suppressed it, and particularly the tech giants that tried to take down the New York Post, leading with Facebook and Twitter, are going to be under enormous pressure. So a lot of stuff to come on this.
There is brand new polling out on the presidential approval rating, and it's not good for President Biden. Joining us now, Harriet, CNN senior data reporter.
Banned it. Australia's banned that, the BRI initiative.
Exactly. And CEFC was like the American version capital market for that. Joe Biden was going to set up the Washington office for it. They actually had a key made. They had the offices all selected. That's all in there in the emails, in the text messages, and the money transfers. They had a joint venture set up. They were going to make tens of millions of dollars. They took cash from CEFC. It's all laid out. And I got to tell you, this is why there's they want to shut this whole investigation down right now. After we take power in November, he's going to get impeached on the invasion of our southern border. He's going to get impeached. Number 2 charge is going to be about the hard drive. And Sherry, something close to your heart. Number 3 is going to be the Tony Fauci situation and everything that Joe Biden has done to suppress the information coming out of the Wuhan lab.
How will Fauci be investigated? Will there be a special grand jury set up to focus on what role he played in funding? What about the former spies, including former CIA Director John Brennan? They all, 51 of them, signed a statement saying that the laptop was Russian disinformation. We now know that simply isn't true. Will there be any moves post-November if Republicans have control for accountability when it comes to these former intelligence officials?
I believe that you're going to see, after we go win in November, the sweeping victory, take power in the first week of January 2023. I believe the first step is going to be strip them all of their security clearances. This is one of the things to watch in Australia, too. These guys are working the national security state, or working the Five Eyes intelligence. They dine off those security clearances the rest of their life. That security clearance allows them to become consultants, allows them to really monetize that. We're going to strip all these people of their security clearances. This is the worst scum in America. These people sat there and lied to the American people and said this was Russian disinformation when they knew it was not. And I got to tell you, this scandal, they played up that part of it. And Biden looked at the American people on a debate stage and said, my son's done nothing wrong. He's never taken a penny. And there's 41 or 42 intelligence officers that have said this is Russian disinformation. He lied to the American people. These intelligence officers lied to the American people also.
I hope he does look at me, because what's happening here is, you know who I am, you know who he is, you know his character, you know my character, you know our reputations for honor and telling the truth.